You mentioned relation with the European Union, which is one of our concern, obviously. What do you think of Turkey's position right now? As we know, Jacques Chirac is very for Turkey to enter the European Union. Nicolas Sarkozy is not favorable for it, but he's not president yet anyway. Do you think that if the Turkey enters the European Union, it would be favorable for Azerbaijan, and how can you benefit from it?
We look at this issue not directly from the perspective of our benefits, but mainly from the points of view of political justice. Turkey for many years, for decades, was aspiring to be part of European Union. But unfortunately, European Union did not agree and does not agree so far to accept Turkey. Though many other countries which applied many years after Turkey already are members of EU.
Romania, Bulgaria, Greece.
And even before that. Countries of the former Soviet bloc and part of the former Soviet Union. They also became members of EU. Therefore, we think that this is not a just approach. Turkey, with respect to its economic development, human resources, culture, history, deserves to be part of the European Union, especially when we see that Turkey is trying very hard. Therefore, from this point of view, I think the adoption of Turkey into the European Union will be a very positive factor for Europe, for Turkey, and of course for Turkey's neighbors. And we as a neighbor, if Turkey becomes member of EU, that means that
you're the next step, of course.
Will be just on the border. Yes, today when Bulgaria and Romania entered, EU already came to the Black Sea and very close to our border. But it's not directly the border. So from all points of view, from regional development, security in the region, it will be, I think, a very important and positive step.
Will there be a chance for Azerbaijan to ask to become a member as well? Is it in the process? Or
in future, it may happen, but it will depend, of course, on various factors and mutual desire, of course. If the European Union will consider that this is possible, then we will consider that. If not, there is no need to waste time. But there are very important elements of cooperation which happened last year. First of all, the new European neighborhood policy from part of EU towards Southern Caucasus started. It is a 5-year plan which Azerbaijan is a part of. And we, in these coming 5 years, will, of course, continue economic and political reforms to bring our criteria close to European Union. Second important step was signing of the Memorandum of Understanding on Strategic Energy Partnership with European Union. I signed it last November.
November, exactly.
And Azerbaijan is becoming energy supplier to Europe. We already finalized the construction of the major oil and gas pipeline.
The famous one.
Yes, 2 of them are already in place. And energy cooperation between EU and Azerbaijan becomes more and more serious. Of course, these factors will help us to become more closer to European Union. And we need to do our part of the job. We need to bring our criteria close to European
standard.
And then we will see.
Now, what about the population and Azerbaijan themselves? Do they feel that because we're at a crossway of Russia, Asia, and all this region, would you feel part of it? Because geographically, you're said as part of Europe.
And geographically,
it's difficult. Huh? You're a little bit in the middle of it, I would say. No?
We are just in the middle, and of course, this location also influences the situation in the country and the mood of the population. But at the same time, we need to take into account that despite of this being just in the middle, we were cut from Europe by the Iron Curtain. We were part of Soviet Union. and which did not have any communications with, and we were not allowed to communicate. So only 50 years we live as independent country. And in order to expect people's appreciation of the European values, we need time. Therefore, I think that Azerbaijanis consider themselves Azerbaijanis.
Okay.
And but we share the European values, and we are moving, of course, moving towards open society, democratic processes continuing, political and economic reforms. Our economy is integrated with European economy. Our major market is European market. We supply goods there, and ties between Europe and Azerbaijan are increasing. Plus, we have very good relations with countries members of European Union. With all of them, we have very serious relations, and with the countries which are called sometimes
the big brothers.
Yes, as old Europe, France, Germany, Great Britain, Italy. We have very solid cooperation and political and economic ties. Therefore, Azerbaijan's movement towards Europe is very rapid and